With our simple platform, reliable solutions, and streamlined onboarding, we help you embrace the power of Pro. You profit. Customizable channel programs provide big rewards for partners. We provide multiple routes to market to help you expand your portfolio. We protect. Veeam is dedicated to a 100% channel-centric business model, allowing you to focus on your customers with zero competition and lots of support from us. Our promise. The Veeam Pro Partner Network is focused on your growth, your trust, your advantage, your customers. How can we help you succeed? Join the Veeam Pro Partner Network and unleash the power of Pro.
We are online, right? And indeed, we are live online. Welcome everybody to a new edition of Veeam Partner Summit 2021. Bună dimineața tuturor! Dobro utro! Mirem Engej! And thank you for joining us today. We are broadcasting live from Radisson Blu Hotel in Bucharest for Veeam Partner Summit 2021 covering Romania, Bulgaria and Albania. Today, we will be in live transmission with Belgrade, Zagreb, and the beautiful Amsterdam. And we are very happy to have more than 200 partners watching us live today. Dear friends, we live in a changing and uncertain world. No country is immune from the effects of the macro-political, social, and economical instability, as well as the ongoing impact of COVID-19. Businesses will not return to a mirror image of what was normal before the pandemic. Reduced business travel, remote working, and virtual events are likely to be permanent legacies. For organizations, an environment of change and fluctuation can be hugely damaging. And it means that every corporation must prioritize efficiency, productivity, and resiliency. In other words, finding certainty where they can. Against this backdrop, it is essential that IT is contributing to business efficiency effort rather than harming them. The key is to embrace the new technologies that enable better ways of working, promoting innovative transformation, and most importantly, ensuring that data backup and recovery systems work when they need to. Admittedly, digital change can be costly, but those costs are nothing to the reputational and financial penalties that may be incurred if downtime means that the data and services aren't available exactly when they need to be. While a looming economical downturn means only critical investment will be approved, IT resilience has become the backbone for many businesses. Therefore, cloud data management is a mission-critical investment for the businesses looking to reduce and manage the risk. Actually, it represents the heart and the soul of digital transformation, as well as an organization's immediate business continuity. Having said that, today I want to look at value and what a successful partner network needs to offer in order to accomplish the value. For us, a partner ecosystem is a combination of personalities, structures, and company cultures. The variety is a clear power because customer needs are just as diverse. From a partner perspective, they are looking for simplicity. By bringing different kinds of partners together, from influencers to value-added resellers, accredited service provider to online marketplaces under a single brand, what we are offering as a network becomes clearer. Under a single banner, we start to build trust. You, as our partners, know that you will find out the latest from us by being part of it. We can better reward you for the value creation you are doing, whether that is by tiers of accreditation or for support. That support can translate into a higher levels of services to the customers, and from a Veeam perspective, diversify the routes we're bringing our product to the market. Customer needs more just a simple implementation of products. Thanks to the single interface Veeam, their technology alliances, distributors, and partners can collaborate and use different competencies to their advantage. Now, I want to emphasize that every partner has something unique they bring in working with us. By unifying, we can start to capitalize on that. The main role for us as vendors is one of mentoring and adapting. We need to feed you, our partners, with what they really need in order to help them to help also the end user to become as successful as possible. This can be done through technical and sales support, pipeline sharing tools, promotion and incentives, or certification. But this work is never complete. These are the building blocks partners need to help them answer and manage the request of the customer all over the world and all their associated demands, cultures, and data needs. Actually, it is enable and facilitate partners to collaborate with other Veeam Pro partners. It is also more of a two-way conversation that might appear initially. A thriving partner network is the one where partners feel empowered to speak up, raise queries, and request assistance both from the vendor and channel industry peers. For us at Veeam Software, as well as our partners, ultimately all of us have a role in building the Pro Partner Network and the value add for end user customers. So, what are the three core actions that together need to take to build stronger relationship with end customers? Effective partner networks are all about exchange. The vendor has a responsibility to create and innovate, but partner organization themselves has something unique to bring. While each one adapts to customer changing needs, there are some common actions. One, the ability to offer higher level of services and more than implementation. Customer need ongoing strategic consultancy long after the setup has been made. Second, establish strategic alliances with partners that have complementary competencies. Here is where the value of the network really comes into play. Third, partners need to shift from recurring sales models, adding value beyond the sales and the installation through education and enablement. Being part of a wider network is a big help here, as it makes the resources, tools, and advices more accessible. By adopting this, partner can sustain and grow relationship with end user customers. While they can do some of this alone, if vendors proactively take time to cultivate and build trust in a whole network of partners, it all becomes far easier to do. The best partner communities are collaborative and open. Everyone wants to deliver as much value to end customer as possible. But to do that successfully takes adaptability. There are key characteristics that I think all partner networks should strive towards. And I think the most important is competency and being hyper-competent. Now, not every partner within the network has to have every competency, but the entire network should be able to offer and meet the different needs of the customers. Only then can a partner network become invaluable. Internetworking and exchanging ideas represents also fundamental key. Being part of a group means you are stronger within it than outside it. For individual partners, this could be through sharing sales leads or specific requirements in better suited partners. But by leveraging the network effect, basically partners can help each other, but also themselves. Finally, we mustn't forget vendors and partners together need to be customer-driven. Of course, it sounds obvious, but in scaling up internal processes and knowledge, it's easy to lose track of the customer perspective. Give them opportunities to feedback. Be willing to adapt and focus on what will give them the most value. The decision and investment they make are ultimately based on the pieces of advice and action of the partners that are in the middle, between the vendors and the clients. Partner networks can be very diverse with all different kinds of structure, but at their heart, they need simplicity and consistency. The race for greater flexibility and agility has had an impact on customer needs. Combined with the new ways of delivering technologies as a service, our clients are looking to transform and innovate their IT capabilities in ways that were simply not on their radar just a few years ago. These changes that impact end users also impact partners in turn, because they are the one providing the advice and guidance on how to best navigate these changes. Now, over the coming weeks and months, we will be looking probably at the biggest changes to the partner landscape in 2021. We will be sharing more detail during the day on what we will be doing at Veeam Software this year to help our partners build on growth of last year and on profitability. Today, my colleagues Vida and Valeria will focus on go-to-market actions and on the 3 strategic goals for EMEA channel, while Veronica and Cornel will concentrate your attention on cloud and V11 top capabilities. But now, let me show you some slides. Okay. These are the words. One second. Now we have the words. These are the words that you think when you look back at 2020. For sure, it was a memorable year. Seemingly a huge challenge, but obviously it's resulted in change. As mentioned previously, COVID-19 has had a tremendous effect on IT strategies, but unless expectation, more than half of the companies accelerating digital transformation initiatives according to Veeam Data Protection Report 2021 for Eastern Europe. However, this has put a lot of pressure on the legacy IT infrastructure and software, generating a higher failure rate in terms of successful data recovery. Our most recent Veeam Data Protection Report 2021 found that 58% of the backup failed, leaving data unprotected. So in this context, modern data management and protection have become more important if businesses are progressing with their digital transformation initiatives. As you have witnessed, we have seen the acceleration of digital services in many cases at much faster pace. But we have to admit it, you simply cannot implement digital transformation or digital services without people reinventing processes and without a very high availability of data. Along with human resources, for each and every single company, data represents the most important resource. Basically, this is the starting point. Here at Veeam, we understand the challenges that companies of different sizes, small, medium, or large, have in ensuring the availability of the data at the highest level. This is a reality for modern companies that have to operate non-stop and deliver confidence to their partners and customers that their data is safe all the time. The pandemic also influenced where we work, how we work, and how we consume the resources in the cloud. More than 70% of the customers have moderately or significantly increased actually their consumption of cloud services. As a result, we noticed that the main challenge is the administration and protection of data in this new hybrid reality. We want to give back to the businesses the confidence they need that their data is non-stop available and secure, that they meet all the compliance and regulatory pressures that companies generally face, and that they can be capitalized on business growth as well as for innovation. Dear friends, we all love stories, whether they come from books, movies, plays, or business real life. Stories capture our attention and move us unlike any other kind of communication. Why is that happening? Because the power of people, the power of stories move people. Together with our partners, today we will present you the story of Veeam. Over the last 10 years, Veeam has dominated the data management and data protection market in the highly virtualized on-premise private cloud environments. But this industry is shifting. The industry is moving from private cloud to multi-cloud or to hybrid cloud. So now, Veeam has the opportunity to dominate this new market, which we call cloud data management. If we manage to win this market in the next 2 years, we will dominate it in the next 10 years. That's our challenge, but at the same time, that's our opportunity. Cloud data management means that our customers are able to achieve unparalleled data availability, mobility, visibility, automation and governance across data centers, at the edge, and in the cloud. Customers today want more from their platforms, and with cloud data management capabilities, they can surpass legacy approaches to data protection by providing the next steps beyond backup. Today, we are very proud that we already have the position of leaders, which we have established in the last 10 years. According to Gartner Magic Quadrant, we are again a leader, and we moved into #1 position on ability to execute. And according to IDC, we are #1 in terms of market share in Europe and #3 worldwide, by surpassing IBM. In reality, however, we believe that we are in the first place because many of our competitors generate a large part of the turnover from support and maintenance contracts and not from the new business. And as you can see in this chart, the latest IDC annual software tracker report, Veeam has achieved the fastest revenue growth year over year among the top 5 vendors, other providers, and overall market average. Veeam's year-over-year growth in the first half of 2020 was more than 8 percentage points above the market average. But to be honest, even more proud we are of Net Promoter Score, one of the highest and largest in the industry, 75, 3.5 times higher than the industry average. This means that 9 out of 10 customers recommend Veeam, And 91% of the customers who have Veeam renew their licenses when they expire. That's impressive. We also have 400,000 customers, and in the last year alone, we have added 55,000 new customers. That is why our vision is very clear. Let's be the most reliable provider of backup solution that allow data management in the cloud. These are the key words: backup and recovery as the first fundamental step for intelligent and global data management. In our region, we grew strongly last year in the banking sector, especially in Romania, where we have a very solid industry for us, about 60% being Veeam customers. We also see an interesting growth in the public administration area in all three countries with consistent projects. The automotive sector did not increase its demand mainly because of the weak sales of the cars during 2020. Also, our customers in IT and software development sectors increased their demand. They are early adopters of our products, and they are increasing their orders along with their businesses. We are witnessing important consolidation also in the energy and utilities sector, with an impact in modernization of the data center. This is what we see. That is positively affecting Veeam businesses as well. We believe that healthcare sector can be the next opportunity as there are huge investments. These are reflected in both public and private networks planned in the next few years, with more than 400 million euros for digitalization coming from Brussels via Recovery and Resilience Plan. Protecting patients' data becomes critical during this process. Education is another area for growth. We have seen last year the rise of online learning and the need to keep student and staff data, critical resources, and access available at all times. There is an increase in higher education institution investing in solutions to help back up critical Office 365 data. Now, Veeam announced in 2020 16 major releases, and in total more than 25, including the updates, with hundreds of new capabilities. This includes a lot: Veeam Backup and Replication v10, Veeam 1 version 10, Veeam Backup for Nutanix version 2, Veeam Service Provider Console v4, Veeam Backup for Microsoft Azure version 1, now we are going to version 2, Veeam Backup for Microsoft Office 365 v5 with Teams support included, and Veeam Backup for AWS version 3. Now, going further to 2021. This is our focus in 2021: cloud, security, and modern data protection. In regards to cloud, we have purpose-built solution for 3 major hyperscalers: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. Security, as you know, security and ransomware were top listed in 2020 by the IT business leader community. Customer could design immutable repositories in the past, but we make this consumer simple and enterprise secure. And in regards to containers, lastly, we continue to push the boundaries of modern data protection. We have made a significant acquisition in 2020 by acquiring Custom, demonstrating our commitment to the future. As a statement, we believe that Kubernetes will be the next major wave in infrastructure development. V11. With launching of V11, we have added lots of new features and capabilities, including continuous data protection, hardened Linux repository, and the expected archive to cloud. But I will leave this for further expansion to Cornel's presentation. And there will be something else. We are the first in the industry that introduced universal licensing. Now, Customers have the portability options through which they can move their licenses from one data center to another, from one cloud to another. This allows them to reduce their acquisition cost as well as administration cost. Here at Veeam, we have three fundamental elements that we take into account in the construction of our products. Veeam solution must be simple, flexible, and reliable. In conclusion, 2021 should bring you the confidence that we have the right products, right team, at the correct time. 2021 brings a massive opportunity to drive the industry forward to cloud and cloud-native data solution. This year will enable a sales plan that is achievable and will turn Veeam into a multi-billion-dollar company. Dear partners, I'm confident that 2021 will bring success for all of us. Together, I wish you a lovely day. Thank you. And now for the next presentation, I would like to pass the word to my colleague Vida, who will tell you more about the power of partnership.
Hello, dear partners, and welcome to Partner Summit 2021. My name is Vida Hitztaler, and I'm Channel Manager for Southern Eastern Europe. Last year, unfortunately, we had to cancel Partner Summit due to COVID circumstances, and I was hoping that this year we are going to meet in person, but it seems we have to be patient a bit more longer. But in the meantime, we have, together with our sponsors, prepared interesting and useful presentations, and I would like to take this opportunity and thank our sponsors for being part of this event. It's great to have you here. So let's catch up on what we have new in ProPartner program, trainings, and certification. For us in Veeam, we have two very important goals. One, as you know, is to have a happy customer that will constantly sleep at night knowing that his data is backed up and able to recover in case of an incident, that he can manage the data whether in cloud or in premise, or move them as his company policies requires. And indeed, we are very successful in this goal because we are #1 in EMEA, we're #3 worldwide, and our customer satisfaction score is 3.5 times higher than industry average. But there is also another equally important goal, to have a happy partner. When you are entering our ProPartner network, you are entering either as value-added reseller, cloud service provider, distributor, aggregator, global system integrator, or professional services provider. And we want that your business with Veeam is enjoyable and successful in any area. So we want you to be profitable with us. What does it mean? We have created our channel ProPartner program so that you can earn up to 34% of the standard margin. On top of that, we have created a reward program so that we can reward our active partners throughout the year. We want to protect you. What does this mean? As you know, we are 100% channel-oriented company, which means that we are in no competition with you. Whether we are doing cloud business or reselling business, we are always selling only through you, through our partners. The second thing is that we want that you are protected when you are advising on Veeam solutions, when you are demonstrating, presenting Veeam solutions. So we have created deal registration program. Also, we are constantly adding new products to our portfolio. We are upgrading our products with new features. We are enhancing our support. We are enhancing also our licensing in order to be in trend with market and also to be more and more effective. And all this is so that your investment in trainings, in co-branding with Veeam, and your total business relationship investment in Veeam is protected. And the third thing is we want to keep the promise that you will have a happy customer and that they will have a best-of-breed solutions. So what is new in channel program? What are our key strategic goals and how this reflects changes to our value-added resellers? We have set up three key strategic goals in 2021. As I have mentioned, we are 100% channel-oriented company. This means that you, as our partners, are key strategic focus for us. You are the ones who are advising our partners, you are telling them which technology to use, which products to use, how to license them. You are implementing these solutions, you are maintaining them for all 400,000 of our customers. So we want to keep you satisfied with our business with Veeam. We want you to be happy, enjoyable, and we want you to be knowledgeable on all our solutions. So we want to reward this in a right manner. And the third thing is also a bit more operational. So we want to drive further adoption of subscription licensing. We also, as many other companies, software companies in the world, are moving our focus to subscription. And it is important for us that our pro-partner program is aligned with this focus. So there are three key questions as the guidelines to get there. We have talked a lot with all of your partners during this time, what works for you, what can be enhanced for you to be more satisfied. And these are the things we've come up to, and that's why we changed the program a little bit. So the first thing is that we have improved stronger dealer registration discounts for our silver partners. We have added possibility for extra margin for our gold and platinum evaluated resellers. And also, we have introduced rewards programs for all of our active partners. Regarding subscription, our channel program was a bit more focused on perpetual licensing. And now we want to create one program that is equal for subscription and perpetual, and for you to be easy, for you to be easy to renew each year, and of course, to be profitable. So these are the main changes. As you can see, the program is fully transparent. And depending on your volume of business with Veeam, you will start or you will get to registered silver, gold, or platinum status. With registered partners, these are usually the partners who are just entering the network or starting business with Veeam, and we want to grow our business together. We want you to move to silver status because there are additional benefits for you. There's deal registration discount so that you can protect the deals you're working on above 3K euro. There are also internal use licenses, licenses for demonstration purposes, and so on. So we are constantly creating also some promotions to help you more easily get to silver status. For that, please consult our ProPartner promotion webpage. For silver partners, we have introduced 10% deal registration margin. This means that now silver partners have at least advantage of 6% over platinum partners and even more from other partners. For gold and platinum partners, we kept the margin the same, so it is up to 34%, but we have introduced back-end rebates. Back-end rebates will secure your profitability at the end of each quarter because they are given quarterly. And also there is a possibility to overachieve, so you can earn even more than 5 and 7%. So this was our channel program. And as I mentioned, we have also introduced reward program. How does it work and why did we introduce it? So if you think about what I said, so our partners are our strategic goal and very important. And the partners that are tier one and our value-added resellers are the ones actually who are constantly with us, who are selling Veeam, who are focused on Veeam, and we want to reward all these actions. So this competencies programs is just a rewarding of all the activities you're actually doing as our active partner. So it doesn't matter which level of partnership you are, it just matters that you're active. Active means that you have had 2 deals in first stage of 2020 and 2 deals in the second half. How does it work? So, for example, you are a partner and you, of course, want to be trained and certified on our products, technologies, and so on. Why? Of course, because it will be easier for you to spot the opportunities, to advise your customers, to implement these solutions, and so on. So you get trained according to our partnership levels requirements. But also some analyses show, and you can see them on the slide, that if you are trained above your partnership status requirements, you can get even more business. The analyses show that gold and platinum partners have up to 2.8 times annual new business Veeam increase and 32% higher average new deal size. These numbers are even bigger for registered and silver partners, so 3.3 times more annually and 54% higher average new deal size. So if you're this kind of partner, investing more because it brings you more, we are going to reward you also for that. So for every certificate above partnership level agreements, you will get $200. So the program works. 1 point is $20, and you collect them throughout half of the year. Recurring sales. I have mentioned before, our focus is subscription selling. So you're the partner who are our tier partner and also following our directions, our guidelines. And you also want to promote subscription licensing. Great, we will reward you for that. For each 10% of subscription increase versus perpetual year over year, we are going to reward you with $80. Velocity means activity that you are increasing your number of orders year over year. Of course, you are our active partner. You want to increase your business with your customers. You are upselling, cross-selling with your current customers. You are attracting some new potential partners, and they become your customers. And on top of that, we are going to reward you for each extra order placed year over year with $200. Apart from these three competencies, where we invested $3 million last year, we have decided to add 2 more this year. So again, if you're thinking about our top resellers, about the partners in general, you will definitely say, yes, we are investing in marketing. Why? Because you want that your customers know about your solutions, about the new features, about the new solutions, how they can solve their problems. You're doing webinars, social media, you are doing newsletter campaigns, all in order to do co-branding and visibility. So we decided to reward you here as well. We have created Marketing Center, which is a very easy tool where you can just go there, add your logo, a bit customize the content, or you can even just translate it to your local language because it's all there. And with a few clicks, you can create a newsletter campaign. If you do so, we are going to reward you with $100 per campaign. And the last one is focus products. So similar as recurring sales and subscription, we want to focus each half of the year on some specific product we want to push on the market. For this 6 months, it is VBO 365. So if you are as well following our guidelines and selling and pushing VBO 365, super, we are going to reward you on that. On the second deal and onwards, you're going to get $100. All the terms and conditions are available on ProPartner Portal. What is good is that all these competencies add to each other. So if you do one activity, it can get you points on multiple of these boxes. And it's very easy. It's all automated. You will get these points converted to the cash after each 6 months, and you will get a credit memo from your preferred distributor. You don't have to do anything manually. It's all there on your ProPartner Portal. You just go there on the VAR Program Enhancement tab, and you can see if you are eligible or maybe how much points are still missing. There is also a simulator, so you can simulate how much money you can get. I would like to update you just a bit more on technical trainings and the news there. So with 2021, we have introduced V11 version. You know that our VMCP and VMTCP certificates and exams are our basic training, and they're available online, they're free, they are for 60 and 90 minutes, and they're prerequisites for our higher statuses. Also, they're modular, so you can choose which modules are best suited for your business and relevant, and you can choose to pass only those. With V11 and with 2021, we have also added new modules, disaster recovery and VCSP. So you can upgrade your certifications on the ProPartner Portal already. We have also redesigned our VMCA exam and training. So if your engineer passes this exam, he will be able to design and architect any solution for your customer. We have also updated our VMCE exam on 2021 with the rebranding on a training course called now VAS V11. For our technical partners and users, we have created also Technical Success Center in ProPartner Portal, where you can find as a one-stop shop all the knowledge information you need. You can also do the enablement, onboarding, and everything from one point. And I'm sure that you will be interested, how does this affect compliance? As I have already mentioned previously, and you may be aware, VMCE V9 will no longer count towards compliance after 31st of May this year. So in order for you to keep the partnership status, it is necessary to upgrade on VMCE 2020 version. This update, when you upgrade it to 2020, it will be counted for compliance for 2 years. If you have N-1 version, you will be able just to go to the exam. But if you have 2 versions before, you will have to also sit for a training. With this, I would like to give the microphone back to my colleague to hear something about the go-to-market with Veeam. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Welcome, dear partners, to our Partner Summit. Welcome again from the Bucharest studio. My name is Valeria Codran. I am the Inside Channel Manager for Romania, Bulgaria, and Albania. I hope you already enjoyed a cup of coffee with us today. If not, please go and grab one. And for the next 20 minutes, we will go through go-to-market strategy with Veeam for the next 2021 year. This session is designed for both of our line of partnerships, for Veeam added value resellers and for Veeam cloud service providers. The resources we will talk about will be available and applicable for both of them. Here could be a slide with agenda. I preferred to leave go-to-market with Veeam because exactly these 3 points are our strategy that we have for the next year. First of all, Veeam versus the competition, and actually covering those gaps that we look for into the customer needs. Secondly is new release of Veeam Backup and Replication versus version 11. And the third point, or the third line in the strategy, is acceleration to recurring revenue. Subscription, Veeam Universal License, I'm sure you heard already about it. Good. Why are we still talking about backup in 2021, you might ask? Most of our clients already have it. Most of them are using any backup solution. But what we want you to have and what we want your customers to have is not having just a backup or an usual service. We want them to have the best backup. Think about when you are purchasing a car, you also purchase the insurance, right? And you don't pay for it just for the sake of having that paper. You pay for it. You pay for service in case something will happen with your car. So you will be able to use that insurance and actually get the best service out of it. It's exactly the same with the backup and with our customers' data. We want them to take and to have the best service in case something will happen with their data. Here we also talking about that gap that we look into the customer's needs and infrastructure, right? Because most of them might already have another backup solution or might have another backup in-house script or something manually made. What we actually look is that opportunity gap, and you might already heard in our sales and positioning sessions that we are looking for the to cover the gap within current situation and the desired one. And here we touch the first point, Veeam versus the competition. And we always suggest you to, when you talk with the customers, not just to ask about, do you have a backup or not, or do you need a backup or not, but actually go into the details, find out more, find out that need. What is the difference between what they want and what they need? And I will not go through all of these lines and through all of these features. And of course, as we are in a Veeam summit and a Veeam session, you will see that everything that is with green and is with Veeam, it has checks and green light, and what is to the right, it's with orange to red. But actually here we talk about differentiators. I will mention my favorite one, let's say, or the most important of them are agentless backup, multi-VM recovery, automated verification, scalability, portable licensing, automated disaster recovery. These are some of the most important ones that we usually talk with the customers. Also hardware agnostic and no limitations towards the technology in the customer infrastructure. It's important to check it out and know them. And I recommend you for that to enter Pro Partner. Here we have the competitive intelligence information and knowledge designed by our colleagues. And they are classified in two ways. One of them is competitive sales battle cards. What I personally like about them is that they have questions. Questions are explained and described what actually we are looking into the customer's answer. As well, this competitive intelligence information combined feature comparison, which is technical information designed. And you will see that you can choose actually the technology, the brand, and you can download the comparison features. You will have a nice table where it's compared. It is seen what Veeam has and what the other competitor is doing. And they were designed for your request, by your request. In a lot of conversation, I hear from you that, look, I'm talking with this customer and he's saying he's using this solution and it is doing exactly the same like Veeam. It is a good opportunity to check it out for yourself with your customer and show to your customer. Maybe it's not exactly the same. Maybe it really has some differentiators, some competitor differentiators. Also here, it's important to know what is the customer need. So we are sure that we cover that needs with the specific features and product. Good. The next point into go-to-market strategies for 2021 is Veeam Backup and Replication versus version 11 and the new release of it, right? It was at the beginning of this year. I won't cover too much of version 11. This will be done by my colleague Cornel in the next technical session. What I want you to know and to highlight here is that please pay attention to what Cornel is saying. Look also for information in ProPartner Network Launch Resource Center. When checking it, when looking through it, think about your customers, lost projects, actual projects that you have now in discussion, and think where you could apply these new features, these new enhancements. This may give us or give you more opportunities to talk about and to win together. Good. And the third line, or the third point into our go-to-market strategy for 2021 is acceleration to recurring revenue. Here we talk about Veeam Universal License. What are actually the benefits of the recurring revenue? First of all, is the quicker deal, right? Because we have an OpEx model of the budgets here, so customers do not have to have an already pre-approved big budgets. We also talk about lower committed terms. Think about the customer perspective when they are hearing that they buy perpetual license and it's for a lifetime or for as long as that server will be alive. Here we have lower committed terms, 1 to 5 years. That might lead for customers to take faster decisions. Then we have more margin that comes from the yearly renewal. Think in longer term, right? Every time when we renew, actually your profit, your benefits, it is the same as in the first initial selling, right? In the first initial project. It is not a maintenance renew or a support renew. It's actually continuing the cycle and buying the product again. Then we can say that with Veeam, it's easy to sell because we have portable licenses. They are scalable. Your customers can always add more users on top, not installing again, more features with higher editions, more products, and they are totally integrated in one console, very scalable. One good point here is also one edition, right? All the rules are in Enterprise Plus, so your customer will get the best benefits, the highest benefits, the most out of the backup and replication. And the loyalty of the customer. So here, this renewal is not threatened, right? My colleagues, Vida, Dan, also talked about the best NSP in the NPS in the industry, Net Promoter Score, the likability of the customer to renew. It is, we have a renewal rate more than 90%, which is which means that customers are satisfied and they like the product and they use the best out of it. Okay, I was talking about scalability, right, a bit before, and here is actually the same. The product is built for upsell. With Veeam Backup and Replication, let's say your customer already is using this core product of ours, right? Let's say this customer expanded, their business grew, and they have now more part of infrastructure, and they are asking you about monitoring. With Veeam, you can add this monitoring solution on top, Veeam One, and we built together the Veeam Availability Suite bundle. Also, with version 11 release, we have the Veeam Disaster Recovery Pack, which is a site recovery automation and testing. So it is testing and automation, automating not just the backups, but also the disaster recovery sites. Here we talk about enterprise customers, the bigger customers that have bigger infrastructure, that have also disaster recovery site. But let's see for smaller customers that have a lower infrastructure or lower sizing. For them, we also have a specific product design, which is lower in the price, but the capabilities are the same. And here we talk about Veeam Backup Essentials. With a release of version 10, we added backup for NAS storages. So let's say you have customers that already have Veeam Backup Essentials, and they have NAS storages into production. With Veeam, you can upsell that. You can integrate the same in one console, so you'll offer more services to your customers. And talking about services, our line of partnerships that we have, Veeam Service Provider, here we have licenses for service providers, and they are also totally scalable. You can always add more licenses. You can take out licenses due to monthly reporting. I will not go too much into the details here, as my colleague Veronica will cover in a separate session all the specificalities regarding Veeam Cloud Service Providers. Okay, so we covered these 3 key points of Veeam go-to-market strategy, right? First one is Veeam versus competition, Veeam Backup and Replication versus version 11, and acceleration to recurring revenue. Now let's have a recap of partner resources. Resources that are designed for you by your request, after your feedback, what you can use. Of course, first of all, is ProPartner. Here you have everything. It's a network designed for your availability and for your comfort to enter there, not to depend on us to send you specific information, but enter there and check everything from sales to technical, promos, marketing, products, demos. Also here in ProPartner, we have certifications. If you see this Veeam IQ, you might already pass Veeam Technical Sales Professional and Veeam Sales Professional. This is our 2 certifications that are designed for partners. What are the news here? And I am happy to share that with you that this week we've launched Veeam certifications version 2021. If you already passed version 2020, you can just upgrade the new ones within 15 minutes and cover just the updates. If not, you will have to pass through them the whole length. We have a very interesting promo here. I recommend you to enter ProPartner and check it out, or come to me and we will share more details then. Okay. At the end of this presentation, at the end of this summit, or at the end of this business day, what I want you to remember as simple next steps, simple actions for you to take is, first of all, log in ProPartner. Check there the news, the updates, the enhancement of version 11, and check out those competitive intelligence resources, both sales and technical. And while doing that, think about your actual customers, your actual projects that you have in development, and projects that you talk now with your customers. Think about or pay attention to what is in version 11. And then come to us saying, look what I found interesting. Let's see this case, let's talk about this project, and let's see how we can win it together. Having this said, I thank you. I'm waiting for your questions offline, via email, via phone, via chat. And I'm passing the stage now to my colleague, Cornel Popescu, that will share with you more details, in-depth details about version 11. Cornel, stage is yours, and mic and screen.
Thank you, Valeria. Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and thanks for joining us. So my presentation will be about the version 11 and the new product releases. We have a bunch of products that we have to talk about. So we're going to start talking about the top V11 features and some capabilities that maybe we talked less about them, so we'll go through them. The new stuff in Veeam Service Provider Console. This is former Veeam Availability Console. So the latest version is version 5, so we will go through what's new there. And we are going to talk a little bit about upcoming product releases, and some of them are already launched, so let's go through. So customer challenges in 2021, we saw it already in 2020, right? So with this uncertainty and all these lockdowns and all these protective measures, we moved to online. And online means IT services, and we consume them much more than before, right? So a lot of transformation is going on, and also data center has to keep up with that. So we have seen zero tolerance for downtime and data loss, because now if these services are not available, basically that means that we cannot operate. So we need also to tackle the data security, and most attacks in the recent years we've seen in 2020 and 2021 with ransomware, right? So that's one trend, and obviously we have to fight that. Meeting compliance and retention goals, that's also really important, especially now, again, when the data, it becomes more and more valuable. Recovery, despite storage and staff constraints. So we know these challenges. We know that the data is growing faster and faster. The amount of data that we have, it's bigger and bigger. So despite that growth, we have to be able to recover. And protecting company data at home, that's also important because, again, the user creates data. They can do it in their homes, basically, now, because they are working from home. So we have to be able to protect that as well. So in order to tackle those challenges, we need partners. And I think our products for data protection enable our service providers to offer backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service. So we need you guys, all the service providers there, to help us offer these products to end customers. We need technology alliance partners that are able to expand our solution and, of course, build around with us solutions that customers can get. And of course, not last, the value-added resellers and system integrators that are able to package this, all these products, the hardware, the software, and to deliver with services to end customers. So let's go through top capabilities in V11. I think we already started to talk a lot about these key capabilities. We try to make aware end customers about the new features, and keeping in mind that with the recent changes in our licensing, for example, all the new customers are getting the Enterprise Plus version, so all these capabilities will be included. Let's go through the first one, is the continuous data protection. Then we are going to take a look about this hardened Linux repository, and then Glacier and Azure archive tiers, expanding instant recovery and what that means, and Veeam-powered backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service. So I think it's important for you to understand what's the value of this to present to customers. Continuous data protection means that we are able to protect the most critical systems out there. It works a bit differently from technical perspective than a standard replication. So this replication intercepts all the input-output operations and replicate them to a destination. That means that we are not using the snapshot like with standard replication. This is more suitable for mission-critical systems, because also by doing this kind of replication, we are able to keep the RTO and RTO very, very small. So we can offer like recovery point objective of seconds. The next one will be hardened Linux repository, because we said that one of the challenges is security, and ransomware, it's a big thing out there in these days. So we offered the option to use a standard repository with Linux operating system that makes your backup immutable. Now, with this immutability in place, we could have it in the cloud for S3 type of storage, but today we are bringing it for on-prem. So just by putting data on this Linux hardened repository, we make sure that data is not changed by some malicious software. If we try to delete it, if we try to modify it, you will not be able to do that even with administrator privileges. So together with encryption, we are keeping safe the data, and keep in mind that ransomware is trying to do that. It's trying to delete your backups or try to modify or encrypt them. So by keeping them in an immutable place, that means we can achieve this goal that ransomware is not able to change it. Even if it's, you know, you are attacked, you will still have your backup, so you can still do recovery. Glacier and Azure archive tiers is object storage support in V11. What that means is we are bringing the most inexpensive storage, cloud storage, available for you to use it for your backups. So that means the cost that you will have using this kind of storage will be less than before. So this is, as you know, most likely Glacier and archive tier in Azure are very, very cost-friendly, let's say. So it will give us more options when we have to keep the data for a long time, for example, and keep the cost in control as well. And expanding instant recovery. Now, I have to make a statement. This is one of my favorite features. Instant recovery for virtual machine, we had it in the product for many years. But we keep adding new features to this capability. And we are bringing the instant recovery for databases in V11. So SQL and Oracle databases can be instantly restored. That means we don't wait for the data to be copied. We make the presentation, we start the database in seconds, and then we move the data, right? So instant recovery is taking a next level, if you want. And in my opinion, it's the most useful and most innovative thing that the customer are just, you know, we have customers that are saying wow to this technology. So I think this is one of the best features in V11. Keep in mind, we also introduced instant recovery for NAS. So what that means, you can take the NAS data from your backups and simply present it and make it available to customers, right? To clients connected to that NAS share. And we have also developed new tools for service providers, and we are going just to mention here about the new service provider console V5. So additional capabilities in V11. These are the things that we didn't talk so much about, but they are really, really powerful. So with Veeam 1, enhancing Veeam 1, we added several capabilities, including the automated remediation. So you can have actions that are taken and automated in order to react to events. Another thing is disaster recovery orchestrator. This is a former product called Veeam Availability Orchestrator. So Veeam Disaster Recovery Orchestrator is now with version 5, and it has new features built into. Also support for CDP replication that we introduced in VBR 11, and the ability also to include storage replication for certain storage devices. And as I mentioned, the Veeam Service Provider Console 5, and we will talk a little bit about all the features there as well. Another thing, don't forget that we support agents, right? So we support Windows and Linux agents. What we really introduced in version 11, a new key capability to protect the Apple operating system and Mac endpoints, right? So we can do that now. We have an agent for Mac, and we can use it to protect those devices. We also focused our development in increasing the performance when we are using the storage appliances. Like in our case, we have here our partner Exagrid today with us, right? So using Exagrid, using other devices like this, you can increase the performance when we write the data to these appliances. So the backups will be faster, right? And faster backup from NAS. This is also improved in version 11. So the NAS backup will be, again, faster, and performance will be better. Another thing that could interest our service provider. So if you have vCloud Director, in V11, we do support vCloud Director site-to-site replication. That's a really interesting capability. And we can do this with true availability zone coverage between sites with vApp level replication. So you can take an entire vApp, you can replicate to another virtual data center, basically in vCloud Director. So really one of the powerful features that we have in V11 for service provider. Instant recovery to Microsoft Hyper-V, we had this capability, but we enhanced it a lot. And now we can do, from any backup, we can restore to a Hyper-V environment. That means also agent backups, for example, like Windows or Linux agents can create these backups, and you can take these backups and do instant recovery to Hyper-V host. Really, to basically match the VMware capability. So we can do the same thing. Any backup we can restore to VMware, and in version 11 to Hyper-V as well. Azure backup and recovery. I think one of the key, and you'll see a little bit later on about the products that we are preparing to have for the cloud. Basically, we add the support to natively protect Azure workloads, Azure virtual machines, with a plugin in Veeam Backup and Replication. So you can take this standalone product, which is called Veeam Backup for Azure, and use it to protect the Azure workloads. And with a simple plugin, you can do this also in Veeam backup and replication. So this will seemingly, all this capability will be integrated in the VBR as well. New support for Google Cloud Platform. There's also one of the new platform that we support. So support for Google Cloud Platform in both to protect these workloads that are running there, but also to use the capacity tier in Google Cloud in form of archive tier for our scale-out backup repository. We introduced also, we improved RESTful API. We have a new native plugin, VMware Cloud Director, and we have also automated data movement and copy to the cloud for Oracle and SAP data. So in terms of capabilities of VBR, we focus on backup, on recovery, on cloud usage with VBR, automation, replication, data reuse, and security and storage. So let's go quickly to see capabilities in Service Console v5. They are basically focused on remote monitoring and management, customer onboarding and billing, automation and APIs, multi-tenancy for backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service, licensing engine and usage reporting. I think our service provider will be really happy with the new capabilities, and self-service portals for customers and partners. So our expanded support for Veeam agents, as I mentioned, basically in Service Provider Console, you can manage all these agents. And we introduce the capability to manage Linux agents, and of course, the new Mac agent, right? So these are now managed. All these agents can be managed from the Service Provider Console. Management of cloud-native plugins. We added the capability that the Service Provider Console will be able to handle the Veeam Backup and Replication plugin for AWS and Microsoft Azure. So you can also protect these workloads natively with the Service Provider Console and these plugins. Visibility into cloud storage consumption. Really important to understand how much you have to pay, right, for these cloud resources, but also how you are going to charge your customer for this usage. So as backups are moved or copied into a lower cost object storage, you will have a better visibility on what is consumed and what are the costs associated with it. Enhanced security for enabling control user access with support for multi-factor authentication, and powerful inside protection services with greater visibility into recycle bins, for example. And RESTful API version 3, which offer a simplified and automation for third-party apps via Service Provider Console as well. Keep in mind that we changed and we improved the licensing engine. So now it's going to be better to deploy remotely and update the license and revoke the license for customer side. So this is all improved. Simplified usage reporting. You'll find it easier to report your consumption for licenses. And native billing capabilities, easy to set up customer pricing plans and generate invoices. So all this is also improved. As you know, that you can basically have these plans for your customers and assign these plans and generate the invoices will be much better and improved in Service Console version 5. And just a few minutes to talk about cloud native backup and recovery. These are basically Trini products that you can use and you can sell as a standalone product, but of course they can integrate into VBR. I'm going to tell you about the Veeam backup for AWS. This is version 3 already, so you can use it today. And of course, you can add the capability and to integrate into VBR with this product. And now it's in version 11 of VBR, it's natively, so you don't have to install the plugin anymore. So it's there. But of course, as I said, you can sell these products separately. Now, all these products are licensed with a universal license. So again, it's a good thing. Coming soon is Veeam backup for Microsoft Azure V2. This will match the capabilities of AWS backup, so we will add there more capabilities. And of course, the process will be also in terms of performance, it will be faster. And Veeam backup for Google Cloud Platform, this is version 1 coming soon. I think this is, again, for customers that are running in Google Cloud, now you can protect natively without agents, right? So you can just do it by doing this integration with our product. So we do see more and more companies using cloud resources, and main clouds that are used in our region seems to be these 3, right? So I would say that the Azure is the most common, AWS, and also Google Cloud. So I encourage you to talk with your customers to discuss about this, the new cloud realities. And if I may say, you should talk with your customers about this strategy of them using the cloud, because if you don't do this, I'm pretty sure that somebody else is doing that. And it's important to know, right? If there are customers that they don't want to use the cloud, but you'll be surprised that some of them have a cloud strategy plan, and you will be part of that. And I think starting with your backups, it's really important. You can start sending your backups there, and as soon there will be some workloads in the cloud, you will be able to protect that natively by using these products that we have. So I'm running out of time. I have to skip some slides, but I want to give you some points about the Azure Veeam backup for Azure version 2. One of the improvements that we are doing is application consistency. That means that if you are running an application inside a virtual machine in Azure, we'll be able to take a consistent backup of that. So using the snapshot is not enough, because the application is transactional when we do the snapshot. The important thing is to have this consistency there, right? So we added this capability. Of course, this will require credentials and privileges to the operating system inside that virtual machine. But now you have the ability to configure that and to use it. And I'm going to skip the Google Cloud. That's version 1. It will have some capabilities, like if you remember the first product for AWS and Azure, the capabilities to do backups and keep the data there and integrate into VBR. Now, what I want to mention here is the custom product and acquisition. We already we are working hard to integrate this in our products. If you have Kubernetes and you are having this challenge of protecting Kubernetes, or if you are just looking ahead and you already start to test Kubernetes and you have a roadmap to implement into your production environment. Now, keep in mind that any platform needs to be protected, right? And you should ask yourself this question: how can I protect Kubernetes? Now, Kasten is the leader, actually, for Kubernetes backup. And that's the reason of our acquisition. As Dan said, we are looking into the future, and we want to have products for what's next. Now, we already have some resources available for you guys, and we can also engage in some projects. Of course, this is a new product for us, and we have to develop more knowledge into these environments, but I think we can do it together, right? So if you have customers that have this Kubernetes environment, just approach us, talk with us. We are going to do together, and we can engage in such projects, right? We can also do some kind of POCs or demos for this platform. So what's next? As Valeria said, Vida said, logging into Partner Portal, leverage our resources and education resources. You have a lot of education resources there. A lot of these capabilities that I talk about today are better explained there. Of course, we are doing our best in our distributor partner academies, so join that as well. I strongly encourage all these partners. We are going to do all these features. We are going to go through, and we do demos, and we do all this stuff in the partner academies. And don't forget, we are also running webinars, and I think it's really important. These are customer-focused webinars, so you can help us to promote them. You can join them as well. But we are going to deliver this to end customer, basically, so we need your help as well here to promote and educate our customers. Because later on, they will come back to you and ask for these capabilities. So with that, I'm going to thank you, and I'm going to pass the ball to my colleague, Veronika Stanko. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, and welcome everyone on our Partner Summit. My name is Veronika, I'm Inside Hosting Manager at Veeam, and I'm going to talk for the next 20 minutes about VCSP update. Our agenda for today is going to look like the following way. So we are going to talk about market opportunities that exist with Veeam for our Veeam service provider partners. We are going to follow the market trends, because understanding them, it's very important when you build an offering that should find customers for it. We will also cover the resources we have for our service providers, and we will finish up with the release update when it comes to Veeam Service Provider Program. But let's start from the beginning. A short note for those of you who will hear about it for the very first time. Veeam Service Provider Program is a program for a Veeam partner who works in a service model. And that can exist in multiple ways. You can offer backup as a service, disaster recovery as a service, infrastructure, software, platform as a service, name it. There are multiple options. And if your business is around providing hosting, managed cloud services, this program is definitely for you. So let's take a look on customers, because we cannot talk services if we don't talk about customers. And last year have been very difficult for many different organizations, forcing them to reevaluate their business strategies, management strategies, and understanding the challenges the customers went through is important, because combining this knowledge with demand and market trends help our service providers to build a service for the customers. So let's take a look on a survey we did last year, asking our clients how they protect their data at this point, and what will be the main mechanism in 2 years from now. So as a result, we received those 2 pie charts, and you can see that almost 1/5 of the customer is not protecting their data at the moment. 33% of the customers self-manage the data, but they do not involve cloud at all. So they use some kind of on-prem tools. 25%, on the other hand, already started to work with cloud providers. And almost the same number totally has chosen the backup as a service provider to manage the backup. When we have a look what will be the future for these customers in 2 years from now, you will see a big difference and increase in clients interested to allow service provider to manage their data. It's up to 43%. There is also an increase of those that will totally engage service provider in those tasks. And the number of clients willing to stay and manage data by themselves is definitely decreasing. So that proves that someone will have to help customers during the transition and later. And we believe that our Veeam service provider partners are the great fit and will be able to fulfill the gap. So let's take a look about in the areas that our service provider will help the customers to make a difference, because you will agree that today is not only about the backup. When it comes to backup modernization, if a service provider is using Veeam platform, that means that their customers are getting access to very flexible, modern and reliable solution that helps the customers to get modernized solution to protect their data. We also see quite big interest in cloud, and this cloud acceleration is already there with us. So in order to achieve it, we need data that are flexible and fluid. So thanks to Veeam solution that gives this flexibility, no matter where the data are located or what hardware or software or even what kind of licensing is engaged, we can and you can ensure that the customer will be able to grow, adapt, and extend. And last but not least, security. It's extremely important for customers and everyone, basically, for data to be secure and compliant. And again, Veeam solution make sure that the customer's data are well protected and they are compliant with whatever regulation, right, either internal or external, are involved. So let's have a look how Veeam service provider are going to help here. And my answer is simple: by using our technology and our platform to deliver data protection for different workload, be it virtual, be it physical, or be it cloud. So since we launched our program for service providers, the whole story changed enormously. We keep delivering new enhancements and new options for our service providers. But in order to make it simple, we have delivered or divided the whole service story into 6 use cases. So as a service provider, you could protect your data center in infrastructure as a service. There are also managed services for on-prem customers. We have different types of backups and disaster recovery. And when I talk about DR here, I don't mean just a copy of the backup, but I refer to a live clone of a virtual machine to be kept somewhere else in case of a disaster. And last but not least, public cloud. You know that since version 10, we have already support for AWS, and now Azure is also coming. So that's a very full, compelling solution that you can offer to your customer. So let's take a look and dig deeper into possible scenarios. Infrastructure as a service providers, they use Veeam to deliver backup and replication. There is also option to deliver monitoring of the virtual infrastructure or backup infrastructure, because let's not forget about Veeam 1 with very nice ransomware detection capabilities. And now with version 11, we have two big news, especially for those partners who use VMware and Cloud Director. So if you use those tools, the first big news is that we have side-to-side replication between cloud directors. So if you have two cloud directors, let's say in different location, you can just add to them to VBR and run replication. So it's not customer-facing, but if you're a service provider who would like to offer geo-redundancy for your customers, that's a very nice feature to consider. We also have a plugin for the web interface of VMware Cloud Director. So finally, when customers is logging into Veeam Cloud Director in order to spin up more resources, they can immediately jump into data protection section and make sure that their data are getting protected. And we know that self-services are getting more and more popular. So basically, for a service provider to deliver this option for the clients and to make sure that the client's experience is much nicer will be an important thing. I should also mention continuous data protection. Everyone have been waiting for it for a long time, and we finally have it. So now we can deliver instant RTO. That's similar to our instant restore or failover engine. So RPOs instead of minutes can be seconds for the tier 1, the most critical workloads, whether they belong to customer or service provider. We work with VMware, and service provider can deliver it in their data center. It can also work for internal data centers of customers or even from on-prem customer to a service provider if you deliver private cloud solutions. There are also managed services, and the big news around this scenario is whenever you have customers who are not willing to have do-it-yourself solution and they would rather outsource those tasks to a service provider, we have a free of charge tool that allows you to get an access to a management platform that you can deliver backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service solutions to your customers. And going next, offsite backup and DR. Historically, when building a backup and disaster recovery strategy, customer must consider free resources categories, be it storage, software, staffing. That can present a challenge because there's a lot of things that has to be taken into consideration. This is why service providers are perfect fit to help customers stay resilient in event of a disaster. When it comes to Veeam Cloud Connect, our service provider can in easy way distribute their resources, and customers can connect to Cloud Connect server and send backup copy or failover into the cloud when it's necessary. Usually, Veeam Cloud Connect providers use fast storage when we talk about short-term retention. But there are also options to offer second copy or to move older backups to cheaper types of storage. I don't know, maybe you would like to save space on your storages or just save money for yourself or your customers. Now we go deeper into it because we're adding something that we call archive tier. So we support Azure and AWS, and you can send backups to archive tier for a long retention. One thing to mention here is those backups are going to be totally independent. So in case you lose capacity or performance tier, you still have backups on the archive tier to restore from. So isn't it a great solution for extra protection of your hosted resources that your customer keep it? And last but not least, public cloud protection. So we broke into this space in 2017 when we launched Veeam Backup for Office 365. And since then, the product is growing in numbers of users. And right now, if you have customer using this kind of data, you can deliver backup as a service and make sure that your customer keep the access and their data are protected, whether we're talking about Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive for Business, or even Teams, because this was added in version 5. When it comes to production workloads that are running in public cloud, like Azure or AWS, we want to make sure that those data gets protected as well, regardless when they reside. And in version 11, we have support for 2 plugins for AWS and Azure, and you can deliver as a service provider backup as a service to your customers. When it comes to Google, you might have heard that we have already a product that delivers backup for Google Cloud. It's not available in VCSP yet, but very soon this product will also join the VCSP product family, so I would say stay tuned. At this point, we support Google Object Storage, so you can basically offload in an easy way all their backups to object storage in Google. And accepted technology that Veeam offers our partners, we also make sure that you have access to resources and tools that will be helpful to create offering to your customers. First of them will be VCSP Partner Success Center. Launched last year, creates a great opportunity for our partners to get access to the materials, start guides, resources, trial keys, all the information they have to know in order to build a successful and Veeam-powered offering for the customers. We have ready to go campaigns in the box. So if you would like to inform your customers about your new offering, you just can launch such a campaign directly from ProPartner. And the Marketing Center is available for our Silver, Gold, and Platinum partners. And of course, there is also support for our Marketing Concierge, who can guide you through the materials for our partners. And to sum up, let's go to version 11, because this is all about today. We have more than 150 new enhancements and capabilities. And I don't mind being here with you whole time discussing about them, but we simply just don't have time for it. So I just managed to scratch the surface. But at the end, before I finish, I'm going to mention one thing, especially for those of you who deliver managed services. We also have the new version of Veeam Service Provider Console. It's version 5. And in this version, we not only have support for agent for Linux, but also we added a support to new agent for Mac OS. More than this console supports the plugins for AWS and Azure, and it gives you visibility into a Veeam Cloud Connect resources utilized by clients using the solution. And what does it mean for you as a service provider? It means complete visibility and management of your customers' cloud, physical, and virtual workloads from one single console. It will be much easier for you to onboard new customers and build them accordingly afterwards. You can use the console as a license engine in order to distribute the licenses among your customers. And of course, that tool will be extremely useful when you need a reporting tool and billing tool as well. And since I mentioned that self-services are growing in interest, you can use this tool to deliver some kind of self-services, whether it will be your customers or maybe other partners who will resell your resources in a wide labeling way. Think about that and let us know if you are interested. We will be always pleased to guide you through the resources and tools and solutions we have for our Veeam service providers. So let's begin the road to cloud. Thank you for your attention today, and I invite you for the next session. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Veronica. And with that, basically we are entering in the second section of our event, and we will continue with a set of presentation from our technology alliances. And we will start with Luciano Ungureanu, Cloud Business Group Leader at Microsoft Romania, who will present us how digital transformation is enabling business resilience. Lucian, good luck.
Dan, thank you. Hello, everybody. It is a real pleasure to be here today. And thank you for being here with us. And thank you, Veeam, for the opportunity to join Veeam Partner Summit. Now, it is almost impossible to start any conversation today without looking back at the last 12 months. We all endured multiple challenges that changed our way of life and spurred the global economic crisis. Today, I would like to tackle a broader but equally important topic, business resilience. Now, business resilience is the ability of an organization to adapt quickly to changing conditions and has become, let's say, the hallmark for success in today's environment. During this current global economic climate and this time of uncertainty, one of the biggest learnings that we had is that no business is immune to crisis and no organization is 100% resilient. But digital transformation and technology adoption proved to be essential for companies across all industries to find the right solutions to challenges that could mean the difference between continuing or even stopping or suspending, at least temporarily, the activity. We saw how in the last 12 months, companies adopted technology at an accelerated rate. Actually, I remember Satya Nadella, our CEO, saying at the beginning of this pandemic, around, I think, April last year, that we saw 2 years of digital transformation happening in just 2 months. This is how fast companies were moving in this direction. Now, another key learning that we had in the last time frame is that digital businesses and those fortified with digital capabilities have been able to pivot more rapidly and respond better to these challenges. And I would like to take this opportunity and share with you a story. It's about Regina Maria, the largest private healthcare network in Romania. At the beginning of this pandemic, Regina Maria managed to deploy very fast, in less than 10 days, the first virtual clinic in Romania. Now, this allowed them to reach their patients despite the restriction and somehow save their business, because the business relied only on the ability of meeting the patient's needs. Now, after the restrictions somehow lifted, so were loosened up, the patients continued to use the virtual clinic because they found it easy to use and quite convenient. And so in 2020, in just 9 months, they had more than 200,000 consultations on the virtual clinic. A big number, a huge number, 200,000. What is very interesting about this story is that the virtual clinic allowed them to capture new business opportunities. Romanian patients outside Romanian borders were able and are able now to access remote the services offered by Regina Maria. This was completely new for them and unexpected, but proof of how technology allows organizations to capture those new opportunities available on the market. Now, one of the major reasons that Regina Maria was able to deploy very fast this virtual clinic was because they were already using a key element of the solution, Microsoft Teams. The doctors and the medical staff were familiar with the interface, and the transition to the virtual environment was much, much faster. And again, coming back to the initial idea, those companies that are fortified with digital capabilities are able to respond faster to any challenge and adapt faster to any challenge. We talked a lot about the accelerated rate of digital transformation, and I think it's time to show you some facts. I recently read a study by McKinsey showing some interesting data that are from Central and Eastern Europe, so from this area. According to this study, last year, more than 12 million new users of online services appeared in the region. Furthermore, 70% of them said that they will continue to use digital services at the same rate or even higher level after the pandemic. And we saw that happening for Regia Maria as well in the previous example. Now, this shows us that once customers migrate to the digital channels, they stick to it for two main reasons. Most of the time, it's easier for them, and the experience is more adapted to their needs. And second, the pandemic restrictions are still here and might be here for a while. Now, this opens opportunities for those companies that use digital services, but in the same time, it puts a lot of pressure on businesses that are lagging behind. Somehow, we can say that digital transformation is no longer an option. Now, another key data that we need to look at is the digital economy. Last year, the digital economy grew very fast. The growth rate was twice higher versus last year. And it reached a level of $100 billion with a net growth of 15 billion. It is estimated that the digital economy will account for close to 9% of the regional GDP. I think for Romania, it's the same percentile. But this will grow very fast in the next years to 16%, almost double. So great opportunities coming from tech adoption and digital transformation. Now, this will also accelerate the creation of new jobs and new opportunities. Actually, what we saw is that this accelerated rate of tech adoption creates a lot of new job opportunities. And this is the data just from Romania. Only in Romania, it is estimated that more than 500,000 jobs, new tech jobs, will be created in the next 5 years, by 2025. And this is a lot, considering that right now we have around 200,000 technology jobs in the entire country. Now, what is very interesting, again, is that 70% of these new jobs will be in non-IT companies, in non-IT industries and verticals. And we have an answer to that as well. 80% of the business leaders intend to accelerate digital transformation projects, and they need people that have the technical skills to do that. This is the only way they can have a successful digital transformation. Now, I would like to close with some thoughts. Digital transformation for our customers is a journey. It's not a master move. It's a long and quite complex process. It is very important for customers to customize technology and to use it in a way that is adapted to their specific needs. In the same time, besides adopting technology, it's very important to develop the internal capabilities to use what you implemented. This is the only way you can maximize the impact on the business. We are here to help. Microsoft, Veeam partners. We are here to help them, to help the customers, to guide them through this journey. And this is an incredible opportunity and privilege for us. We have the experience, we have the background, we have the success implementation stories. It's just about being close to them and being there when they need us. Thank you very much again for the opportunity to be here, and looking forward to get in contact with you and to again help our customers drive this new and exciting projects. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lucian. And now we are going further with Adrian Lazar, Sales Solution Engineer at VMware Romania, who will take security to the next level using vSAN. Adrian, good luck.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Adrian Lazar. I'm the lead solution engineer for the virtual cloud network at VMware. Thank you very much for the invitation and this opportunity. And today we are going to talk about the intrinsic security and how can this take to the next level our security posture by using VMware NSX. So what we think is on the CIO's top of mind at the moment is that they need to enable digital transformation for their companies. But at the same time, they need to stay on top of the risks. They need to mitigate the risks. Also, they need to simplify the operations and they need to ensure compliance with security standards. And this sometimes can be challenging. The reality is that 80% of the application traffic right now is internal. And usually this application traffic that is internal is not encrypted. So the attackers will usually target this traffic in order to be able to reach to the data and do data exfiltration. As opposed to this east-west traffic, the traffic towards the users, the north-south traffic is encrypted. So the attackers cannot gain much information from attacking that area. So because the east-west traffic is the new battleground, we come with a few solutions to secure your data center. So the security reality at the moment for most of the companies here in our region is that they are securing the network perimeter. So what this means is that they usually have a firewall, and the reality is that the attackers will eventually breach that firewall. When they gain access to the internal network, they will start very likely with a low priority system that it's easy to compromise, and then they will move laterally in order to reach the critical systems. So how can NSX help here? So NSX can help with network segmentation inside the data center. We can secure the VDI environments. We can assist with compliance to security standards, and we can assist with appliance consolidation, hardware appliance consolidation. Talking about network segmentation, the desired outcome for each organization is to have their network segmented in several security zones and to filter the traffic between those zones, of course, while allowing the relevant traffic to pass. This is how most of the customers' network look like today. They have this perimeter firewall. They have one DMZ or multiple DMZs networks connected to that, and then they have the internal flat that is usually a flat network. So this is the paradise for the attackers because they can easily compromise, they can easily bypass the perimeter firewall, they can gain access to the DMZ or to the internal network, and then they can move laterally to the critical systems. What we can do from day one with NSX. So without any network re-architecting or network re-IPing, we don't need to do anything to reorganize our network. We can easily secure each and every workload by implementing the security policy really close to the workload in the hypervisor. So this enables the customers to create these security zones, and this greatly limits the capacity of the attackers to move laterally. Talking about securing VDI environments, when we talk about VDI, it is critical that one system cannot talk to another. And this is because if one system becomes compromised with malware, the attacker, the malware, cannot move laterally to infect the other VDI desktops. And this can be really easy implemented with NSX, and it works with both Citrix and Horizon. When it comes to compliance, each company is really keen to secure, to show that it is compliant with security standards for the workloads that need to be compliant. So with NSX, we can easily install the distributed firewall and distributed IDS/IPS only on the servers where these workloads are hosting. And this is a process that takes rather hours or days versus weeks or months in other cases. Last but not least is the internal appliance consolidation. Each company has this setup at the moment with maybe one or multiple firewall boxes or IDS/IPS boxes with several managers, GUIs for managing those boxes. And this is not always easy to operate. and it can take a lot of money to just maintain this infrastructure. What we propose is to simplify the infrastructure, to go with the distributed firewall, distributed IDS, IPS on the hypervisors, and this accounts for around 60% reduction of spending. So thank you very much for the time, and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you very much, Adrian. And now we are going forward with Werner van Unen. It's a pleasure to introduce him, the Vice President for EMEA Sales at Exagrid Software, who will tell us about the power of partnership and how to increase the backup and how to decrease the operational costs using Exagrid Software together with Veeam. Werner, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Dan. It's a real pleasure to participate in this event. Really, really cool. So yeah, I wanted to what I wanted to do in the next couple of minutes or so. I wanted to briefly walk you through Exagrid. Where do we stand in comparison? You know, how do we work together with Veeam and also how would we like to work with you as a partner? Because in the end of the day, you as a partner is the most strategic part of partnership into making an impact into the market. First, let me, talk to you a little bit about Veeam and Exagrid and the relationship. And in fact, the companies have been working very closely for quite a while, almost for 10 years. And we both are very highly focused on backup. According to the market, this is not our, this is not our opinion. Obviously, we agree with it, but we are the best of breed products both, and it shows also with the Net Promoter Score. That is comparing to competition way higher, where you see normally they're around 0 to 20. We are both on the 75, 73 up, which means effectively that customer satisfaction is at an extremely high level. And how do we do it? It's simply said, it's we have highly differentiated architectures. The products work, they do exactly what they need to do, and they do it fast and very good and very reliable. Easy to install, easy to use, and also easy to support and to maintain. And most importantly, it's very easy when the company and the organization and your data grows on a yearly basis. We grow with us, we grow with you in a very easy manner. So a little bit about Exagrid. So we're the only third backup storage approach, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it in the next slides. So we're quite unique in the way that how we do our backup, and we have a huge amount of published customer success stories, not only just in Romania but also in around the world. We have success all over the place. So just a couple of numbers that I'd like to run you through. The third backup storage, unique solution in the market. We have we can create the largest systems in the industry. We can do the fastest backups in the industry. So what does it mean fast? We do about 20 times faster restores in comparison to others in the market. We do 3 times faster backups, we have a technology we call the landing zone, which makes it very effective and very fast to enable this. We have an adaptive duplication technology, and for those who to kind of explain a little bit the difference in the market from a backup perspective. So if you have a customer that is with a backup, it depends a little bit on the copies, where you normally would say straight disk is good enough. Up to 4 copies, we would say straight disk is a perfect solution. But once you go above that, 4 copies or more, it becomes interesting to think about a deduplication appliance, or as we call it, a pure backup storage appliance. And then you got a couple of choices. So traditional choice would be to go for the data domains or the HP store ones, which use inline deduplication, which is a technology that is a little bit outdated and doesn't fit the purpose for what it needs in a virtual environment. But also the physical is getting to the same situation where the landing zone, as we would like to call it, with adaptive deduplication, we can create a very fast environment with very fast backups and very fast restores. But not only that, it's not just about the speed, it's about the reliability, but it's also about supporting the software, supporting the technology that is in place. And that's the point when you look at the relationship that we have with Veeam. Our backup appliances support Veeam in many ways. Not only do we take Veeam take over our appliances. For example, Data Mover is completely taking over our appliance, but also for Sober. Also, if in situations where you need to rehydrate data, it's the same situation. So the integration of the Veeam technology into our appliances is extremely unique and is the highest level in the industry, which results in the fact that you can have the best possible of Veeam technology into the environment of your customer. And on top of that, and that's also one of the reasons why it's very attractive for you and your customers, is that we have a way that we work. We don't have no forklift upgrades, meaning that we have a grid technology. So if a customer needs additional backup environment, need more capacity, then you can just add another appliance to the environment without having to need to, get rid of older appliances. We don't have an end of life strategy. You can keep continuing. Customer can keep continuing the appliances they have in place, and they can just add on another appliance to increase their total capacity for the backup. Also, for what's also quite interesting to understand is that from a DR scenario of the customer, if you together with your customer you want to create a DR scenario, we are very flexible in the way that you can set this up for your customer. You can either have a secondary data center. You can create a secondary data center for them. You can create a hybrid cloud situation where it's partly integrated into the cloud, or you can create a completely public cloud where you can have your customer back up into Amazon or Microsoft Azure. And again, everything with the same speed and fastness as you would experience with the appliance itself. Also, what is quite unique, what we just recently announced, is that we also support Veeam Office 365 to Exagrid. That means that if you have a combined environment for your customer, it has both on-premise and cloud backup. You complete with our appliance. You can have one solution that does it all. It's completely supported. So that means, if you're interested, how do you work with Exagrid? So we have a strong deal registration program, meaning that you will get protection all the way around. We have a 70% competitive win rate. That means if you introduce us to the customer, so if we start talking about solution, 70% of the situations we win the deal together with you. That's because we have best product in the market, very competitively priced, very good support. It just works. Same situation, same experience that you have with Veeam. And we have a strong customer support with extremely happy customers. And of course, you're not the first. We have thousands of reference customers and more than 300 published customers success stories available. So we will incrementally sell in your account. We'll take care of the whole process together with you, obviously. And also in situations of expansions, upgrades, and support renewals, that's all revenue that will be going through your books. Absolutely. But it means that you also have a future revenue stream available without having no distraction from your current sales. It's an easy program that we have to sign up. You don't need to require all kinds of difficult certification and training of sales tax, sales and tech people. It's optional, you can do it, but it's at no cost. We provide that for free, and there are no sales or milestone commitments. We're very upfront, easy to do business with, just like our appliances are. They just do the job. How it works, the reseller program, you register a deal, you get, relatively already quite high discount. It's we can only work with one customer per registration, and you can never lose the opportunity to another Exegrid reseller. We protect it with margin, and we never take deals direct. Something else that we would like to also include in this as a promo from this event, we will pay if you will set up a meeting with your customer and talk about Exegrid technology, and it fits potential opportunity, and we will pay you instantly $750 to $1,000 per meeting. Obviously, that has to meet a program criteria, but we sell it. We pay you that upfront, regardless if it becomes a deal or not. That's something that we'd like to offer you. But you got to be aware of the fact that once you introduce to your customer our technology, there's a high possibility that they will buy the technology, because 80% of the organizations who test Exegrid, they will actually buy. So be aware of that. With that, I thank you for the time. I look forward to doing business with you together with Dan and his team. And with that, I would like to give the word back to Dan.
Thank you very much, Werner. It was exactly what we expected. Focus on partner profitability. Thank you very much. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, dear partners, we are going into the third section of the event dedicated for the Partner Awards for 2020. And for this, I would like to invite on the stage my colleague Valeria to join me and to address you the awards. Valeria?
Hello, Dan. Hello again.
Hello, hello.
Hello, partners.
All right. Okay. We are good here.
We are good positions.
A bit like that, yeah? Okay, perfect.
To have a screen right here.
So Valeria,
okay.
The word is yours first, yeah?
Yes. So we want, let's say that we are in a quarter in 2021 year, but we want to take this moment, these few minutes to highlight and to mention, to award the partners that were with us through year of 2020, which was indeed a challenging one, a different one. And we start in Albania.
In alphabetical order, right?
Alphabetical, yes.
Albania, then Bulgaria, then Romania.
And
all right.
Yeah, A for Albania now. Yes. Good. So the first award and the first nominees for Albania will be for the highest revenue of the year 2020. And the short list of nominees are Infosoft Systems, S&T, and Communication Progress. Okay.
And the winner?
And the winner
Valeria, is?
The winner is Communication Progress.
Congratulations, Communication Progress.
It would have been
Enkel
claps.
and the team, yes.
Claps in the room.
Have been better live, but hopefully next year we'll have it face to face. So once again, Communication Progress for the highest revenue of the year 2020 awards. So let's go further.
Let's go further to the next nominee.
All right, so I'll take this one, right?
You will do it, yeah.
Okay, so now we have the most significant project of the year 2020 in Albania. We have the nominees here. The first one is CCS, Telelink Business Services, a newcomer on the Albanian market, but very active, and Infosoft Systems. And the winner is?
The winner?
Infosoft Systems. Congratulations for winning the most significant project of the year 2020 in Albania.
Congratulations, Infosoft. And we go to the third nominee list in the Albania countries, which is for the Best Technology Alliance Partner of the year 2020. And here the list of nominees are Infosoft Systems and CCS. And the winner in this nomination is CCS. Congratulations.
Congratulations, CCS, for winning the Best Technology Alliance Partner of the Year 2020 in Albania.
And congratulations to all the winners in Albania.
Yes.
Expect a call from an international courier. You'll receive an award and an appreciation from our side.
All right.
Okay.
Super. So we are going further with the words in Bulgaria. All right. I will take the first one this time.
Yes, please.
Okay. So we have the highest revenue of the year 2020 awards in Bulgaria, and we have the nominees CNCs, IBS, and Telelink Business Services Bulgaria this time. And the winner for the highest revenue of the year 2020 award is Telelink Business Services.
Congrats.
Congratulations, everybody, Orlin and the team. You did an amazing job. Keep up the good work.
And we hope in Bulgaria now there are screamings and happiness of winning.
Right.
And we go to the next, or to the second nominee in Bulgaria, which is for the most significant project of year 2020. And the nominees are Telelink Business Services again, Software One, and CNCs. And the winner in this situation for this award is CNCs.
CNCs.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Petromir and all the team. You did a fantastic job. Thank you for being our partner.
And we hope you will be together with us for the next one, as for everyone.
All right. So going further, we have the most active partner of the year 2020 in Bulgaria. What do you have, Valeria, as a nominee?
As a nominee.
Okay. First, IBS, CNCs, and Crayon. And the winner is IBS. IBS is the most active partner of the year 2020 for Veeam software in Bulgaria. Congratulations, congratulations everybody. Zvilan and all the team. Thank you very much.
Congrats. And here we have a new nomination for the best VCSP partner. VCSP stands for Veeam Cloud Service Provider.
Exactly.
And let's look for the nominees. Premier nominees, which is A1 Bulgaria, Lyrex, and Daticum.
Okay.
This is the short list. The winner of this new award is A1 Bulgaria.
Congratulations, congratulations A1 Bulgaria.
Okay.
All right.
What is the next award in Bulgaria?
So we have what? The Best Technology Alliance Partner of the year 2020 in Bulgaria. And we have two nominees, CNCs and STEMO. And the winner is
Da-da-dum.
STEMO. Congratulations, STEMO team, the Best Technology Alliance Partner of the year 2020.
Congrats.
And expect, as in Albania, everything will be delivered. So Valeria, the words and
words and an appreciation from our side. Congratulations to all the winners in Bulgaria. And slowly we move to the next country, as in Eurovision, you know.
We're moving north.
Moving north, moving to Romania. Awards and nominees for Romania partnership winners, or how to
2020,
say?
yes.
2020 are, I will start with the first one, right?
Exactly.
The first nominee is for the first award actually is for the highest revenue of the year 2020. And the nominees or shortlist here are Eta2U, Focality, and CAPS Business.com. And the winner in the highest revenue of year 2020 in Romania is CAPS Business.com. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
to the whole
CAPS
team.
Business.com, the whole team, Liviu, Alex, and all the team. Thank you for being such a loyal partner. Thank you and congratulations once again for this well-deserved award. So going further, I'll take the next one.
Sure.
So we have the most significant project of the year 2020 in Romania, and we have the nominees MetaMinds, Capsh Business.com, and Orange Business Services. And this year, the winner
In Romania,
in Romania for the most significant project of the year 2020, it is Orange Business Services. Thank you, Orange team.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
for all your
congrats.
support and congratulations.
Okay, moving slowly to the third award in Romania for the most active partner of year 2020. The shortlist is ETA2U, Brinell, and Quartz Matrix. And guess who is the winner? The winner for the award of the most active partners is Quartz Matrix. Congratulations. This award goes to Yash, right?
Yes, yes, yes. To Yash, congratulations, all the team.
Congrats.
Traian, Bogdan, Mihai, everybody, thank you very much for being with us, being such a good partner for us. Thank you once again. And now we are going further.
Right?
So we have the fastest growth partner of the year 2020 in Romania. And we have already the nominees, yes. Crayon, Software Experts, iOS Software Solution, and Telecom. And the winner for the fastest growth of the year 2020 in Romania, it is iOS Software Solution.
Congratulations.
Congratulations team.
We hope you will continue the acceleration in 2021.
Yes.
Okay, going to the next award in Romania for the Best Technology Alliance Partner for year 2020. Nominees in this award are ASECO, Quartz Matrix, and High Tech Systems and Software. And the winner is High Tech Systems and Software. Congratulations.
Bravo. Congratulations.
Thank you for being with us.
Yes.
Okay, and what we have next?
Yes, we have the best SMB partner of the year 2020 in Romania. And we have the nominees. ETA2U, Star Storage, and Ecosystems and Consulting. And for 2020, the best SMB partner of the year, it is ETA2U.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations, Dan. Congratulations, all the team. Thank
Congrats. You will also receive an appreciation from our side, in this case locally, not from abroad, but still expect a call from the courier. And we are thanking you for being with us for year 2020, and we hope that you will be together as well in more projects, with more winning together in 2021.
But Valeria, before concluding the event, I'm kindly ask you, my colleagues, to join us on the stage, Cornel and Anna Belikova. We are not so many this year due to the pandemic, due to the conditions, but we'd like to thank you once again and to send you online our appreciation and our support. Together we are stronger, and as Werner mentioned, and as we always mention, 1 + 1 = 3. Together we are better. Thank you very much. Hope to see you very soon, and hope that next year we will go to Tirana, to Sofia, and to Bucharest, and to have these awards face to face. Thank you once again. The event is finishing here, and looking forward to see you very soon. Thank you once again.
Thank you.